All right, so it is time. So this is the Infinite Game. I talk about alternative investments. I've been talking a lot about sports cards, but I'm also talking about video games as of recently. And I think the big thing. So first, before I start, please like, comment, and subscribe, and please turn on notifications, and please share this with people that you may think will like these videos. But I'm talking about like Wata Gaming, and specifically, I'm talking about I actually got one of my games back from Wata. This is the first time for me grading. So it is the first time, and I wasn't really sure. I have a bunch more games coming back. Hopefully, they'll be coming back in the next month or two, and I can do like a reveal and show you my grades and everything like that. So, the card or the game that I had graded is an iconic game. I think, you know, this is something that they should make more of. So, it's God of War. It's in this plastic thing. I'll take it out so it's easier for you to see it. All right, so God of War here. I think it's a really, really good game. It's the original one, like with the seal and everything. It graded a 9.6, and then the seal rating is an A. The highest grade is a 9.8, and the seal rating A plus is the highest you can get. This game came out in 2005. PS2. I think the issue with this, when it comes to God of War, it only came out in 2005, so there's probably a lot of these around. There's no real pop report yet, so I'm actually going to be selling this pretty soon, just because like I can buy it back for a more expensive price later on, just because there's going to be so many of these hitting the market, and people are going to find out that it's not as rare as they think. But God of War is a great game. It's an original game, one of the best that came out on PlayStation 2. And I think the big part of it is that it's going to be great for being in people's collections. And that's pretty much a little bit about the game. It's the first player game. I have a game called Heavenly Sword for PS3. It's kind of a makeup, similar fighting styles, almost similar stories as this as well. But this is a classic. It's a classic. Even if there's a bunch of these, it's very high demand. And yeah, I think it's a great game. So basically, some of the reviews. I did the $95 option. I don't remember exactly the one that one is, but what I will have to say is that it was pretty fast compared to the $60 option. There aren't any other options earlier than that, just because you know, there's so many people sending stuff in, and the backlog is pretty big. I did get my grades back for all the cards. I mean, not all the cards, all the video games. I'm still thinking about sports cards. I'm still buying sports cards too, you know. But so basically, grading was still fast for me. It seems like other people, there's a backlog and stuff took longer. Not sure why. But I didn't really have to wait that long, at least compared to sports cars. That was a plus. I do like the case. It looks like it can smudge though, which I don't like. But I do like the case. It's not very heavy. It seems to be sturdy. It's not moving around. Looks like it. I do like the display because it can just stand up, which is cool too. Nice base and everything like that. You know, it's cool. I do think it could take up too much space. So if you have a bunch of games, you have like 100 games, you better have a lot of space in your house. Other things, the aesthetics aren't that great, really. It's straight. Like it's not like really like looking at sports cards. Like Cool. It's a God of War game. If you played it, it's probably a lot of nostalgia. And the artwork and all this stuff isn't really that big of a deal to me. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I'd actually never played this game. But I know it's iconic because I was crazy in the games, and this was one of the games they just talked about all the time. They do have other features outside of the grade and the seal rating. You do get the badge if you sign up for it, and there's other stuff you can get too. It does give you details about who director and all the people, artists, and all that. I don't think anyone really cares about that. I think people just care that it's slabbed and it's sealed. Um, I mean, these are good things. I do think people need to be aware that VGA is another company. I haven't tried them yet, but I'll try them in the future. And then the other one is, I believe CGC is coming out with one as well. So keep that in mind. The other thing I think people really need to think about is pop reports. There aren't any pop reports for most of the systems, I think, except Nintendo NES, I think. But outside of that, no pop reports yet, but there will be pop reports coming out probably pretty soon, at least sometime this year. So that's a plus. But I think people will be a little taken aback at probably how much stuff is out there, especially for GameCube, Xbox, PS2. So should you use the service? I would say yes. But VGA doesn't have the name recognition, but I think it's a reputable one. I have to look more into VGA as far as like actually sending games, which I do have some more games to send off. And then, but it looks like Wata seems to be pretty legit, just from the first grade I have coming back. Doesn't look anything suspicious or phony or anything like that. I'm not sure how it would like open the case though. I don't need to in this situation, but yeah. So I also would say that, for my opinion, I wouldn't be holding on to too many games. Um, just space issues is different from cards or comic books. It's bulkier, but I think it can be like a nice display, and you can put games that make you a little nostalgic or whatever. Like obviously you can't access them, you want to play them, and the purpose of games is you want to play the games. So I don't get that much of a nostalgic feeling, at least because I have another graded game. I think it's more so it's a collector thing that you don't really look at, or it's a thing that you're trying to sell, and I think a lot of this is going to be flips. So you're probably going to see a decrease in the gaming market. It's kind of already happening, but a bigger one probably in the next couple years. So yeah, I think that's my take on Wata. I do think Wata's a legit company, but I do think it has some competition that and some companies that may surpass them. But it was a pretty nice experience. As far as FedEx, they ship the package to you, which is good as well. So you get the package shipped to you to your place, and yeah, it's pretty nice. So yeah, if you have any questions or you want me to go more into detail, just let me know, and please comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.